Welcome to this Thrive Apprentice Quick Start Guide. This video is going to briefly walk you through all of the options available in Thrive Apprentice, our course building platform. Now, please keep in mind that this is a very complex plugin for which we do have a lot of tutorials available in our knowledge base, and I do encourage you to go ahead and take a look at all of them once you've watched this video. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over all of the options and what you can do in Apprentice, but of course, we advise you to dig in our help articles as well as our blog posts and YouTube videos if you need help understanding how each of these options that I'm going to show you works. So let's go ahead and get right into it and access our Thrive Apprentice dashboard. Of course, we're going to do that by hovering over Thrive dashboard from our WordPress admin dashboard. And from this list of Thrive products that opens, we're going to go to Thrive Apprentice. This is going to take us to the home dashboard of Thrive Apprentice, and this is where you will see a summary of all of the options available here. So as you can see, we have this sidebar with options, and these are the same sections that you will see here. So right here, we're going to see a list of our courses, and this dot in front of each course will let us know whether the course is published or not. And you can even add a new course using this button right here. And then on the right side, we have the products and membership section, design, customers, and settings sections, as well as a little help corner shortcut right here that will open this pop-up, and you will be able to go straight to the knowledge base, to Thrive University, or to open a support conversation in case you need to do that. So this is the home section of your Thrive Apprentice dashboard. Of course, we're going to take each of these sections individually and show you what you can do inside each of them. So let's go ahead and get started with the courses section. Naturally, this will be the place where you'll find all of your published and unpublished courses. They will be shown here on the right side of this page. Again, we will have this dot right here that will let us know if the course is published or not. For each of your courses, you will see how many lessons it contains, what are the access restriction rules, how many users have been enrolled in the course, and of course other details as well. And more than that, you can use these options that appear upon hovering over one of the courses that will let you, first of all, rearrange the courses in this list. Then you will be able to duplicate the course in case you want to do that, remove the course, or preview it. Now, in case you have multiple courses created here, you are able to filter them by their topics. So these are the topics that I have created thus far in my Thrive Apprentice dashboard, and we can filter the courses by their topics so that we're only shown the courses that belong to a certain topic. The topics can be created and modified from this section, and you can see all of them here, but we're going to get back to this section soon. So I'm going to go back to all of my courses, and whenever you want to modify an existing course, all you have to do is open it, and then you can start making modifications, and when you're done, you can save it from here. Let's go back to the list of courses, and let's quickly create a new course so that we can see what options we have when doing that. Now, of course, to add a new course, you can either click on this option right here or on this plus button here. We can now start setting up a new course, and the first thing we should do is add a course name. And once you enter the name, we can move on and set up the course topic. This dropdown will let us do that, and if we click on this down arrow, we're gonna see all of the topics that we've created so far. But if you want to add a new topic, you can click on this add topic button. But before clicking on this add new topic button, please remember that you should save your course, because clicking on add topic will take you to the course topics section, and if you have not saved your course, you will lose all of your progress. So now let's quickly add a new topic, because none of these fits my new course. So I'm going to click on add topic here and start by renaming it. Then we can choose the topic color, and for that we can click on this down arrow and just use this color pop-up to pick our favorite color from here. Then you can choose what symbol this topic should have, and you can choose between an icon or an image. I'm going to go for the icon option, and then you can click on the icon to choose an actual icon. And let's go for this one and click on select. And then we can further customize the colors of the symbol from these sections, but I'm going to just keep it as it is. And then you can, of course, remove this course topic if you want to do that. Let's go back to our course. Now if we go back to the course topic dropdown, we can select our newly created topic. Then from the right side of this option, you will be able to choose the author for this course, and you also have this search box to search through your website users. Then you are able to choose the difficulty of the course, and again you can click on this dropdown and choose one of the difficulty levels that are in this list, or you can add a new one if you wish. Then you can customize the restriction label, and this will depend on the access restriction rules that we're going to choose later for this course. I do want this course to be available for logged in users only, and I'm going to choose this label here. And now we can move on to these tabs. The first one we're going to tackle is the course details tab. So as you've entered the name for your course and saved it, the URL of the course will be generated automatically. But in case you want to modify it or maybe simplify it, you can simply remove this part and type in whatever you wish. Then you can choose the course overview and course summary. A course overview page, which is this one, will be added by default, and you can view it or edit it with Thrive Architect. Of course, if you click on view, you will be taken to the overview page, and if you click on edit with Thrive Architect, you can customize it as you best see fit. Then you can add a short summary of what's included in the course, and the information that you add here will only be displayed on your course index page. Right next to the course summary box, you can notice the cover image card. So to add a new image, simply click on upload here, and this will open your WordPress media library, and you can either upload your files or choose an existing one from the media library. Now, right below the overview and summary of the course, we will see the author settings, and here we can choose whether we want to use the teacher biography from the WordPress user bio directly, or we can use a custom bio for this course only, and then we can input it in this section. If you hover over the teacher image, you are able to remove it and again upload one of your own from the media library of WordPress. Then you have these two options left here. Using this first one, you can decide whether you want your students to be able to comment on their course. You can allow comments by enabling this switch. And lastly, if you want, you can choose a video description for this course. And if you want to do that, simply click on this switch, and this will open another section from where you can choose the source of the video and input the URL. You can find more information about all of these options in our knowledge base articles. Now, these were the available options from the course details tab. I'm going to save everything and we're going to move on to the content tab. Now from here, we will be able to start creating our lessons, modules, and chapters. To start adding content, all you have to do is click here and this pop-up will open. The lessons will contain your actual course content, and you can organize your lessons into chapters and the chapters into modules. To add a lesson, a chapter, or a module, all you have to do is click on the respective item and then you'll be able to set it up. I'm going to start by adding a module and then work my way to a lesson. So we're going to start by adding a module and then a chapter and then a lesson. Whenever you add a new module, you're going to have to add the title for it, the URL, a summary if you want, and then choose whether you want to allow users to comment on the module or not, and if you want to give your users free access to this piece of content. This option is available when creating lessons as well, so that in case you want to give your users free access for the first lesson, for example, or one of your lessons, you can do that by using this option. And lastly, you can add a custom module cover image if you want. Whenever you're done setting up the module, click on Save. Now that we have this, as you can see, we're able to add a chapter or a lesson, and we're going to go ahead and add a chapter. In this pop-up, we're going to enter the name of the chapter and click on Save, and then we can start adding our lessons inside the chapter. You can click on this Add Lesson option, which will open a pop-up similar to the one that we've seen when setting up the module, and here we're going to have to enter the lesson title, choose what type of lesson we're creating, so we can go for a text lesson, an audio lesson, and a video lesson. We're going to stick to the text lesson, and then we can start entering the details. we're going to customize the URL, insert the lesson summary, and then again, these are the same options as the ones available when creating a module. I'm going to click on save. And now we have a basic structure of a module, a chapter, and a lesson. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more lessons to my course. Alright, so I went ahead and added one more module, and for each module I have 2 chapters. And if we open them up, we're going to see that each chapter has 3 lessons. And the same for the second module, we have 2 chapters with 2 lessons in each one. So now I wanted to show you that for each of these modules, chapters, or lessons, you will have some options. Now, if we take the modules, first of all, for all of these content types, you are able to grab them by this part right here and simply change their order if you want to do that. And now for each module, you will be able to edit its details. And if you click here, you will open the same pop-up right here that we used to set it up in the first place. You're able to edit its content, and if you click here, you are taken to the Thrive Apprentice module template. We're gonna come back to editing templates in a second. And lastly, you can delete the entire module if you want using this option. Now, if we open a module up, we're gonna take a look at each lesson and see that you can change the orders by dragging them from here and simply moving them around. You can quickly change the title of a lesson by using this pencil icon. Hovering over this edit option will open up more options here, and to add content to your lesson, you can simply click on add content here, which will open the Thrive editor, and you can start writing in your lesson. So as simple as that, you can start adding content to your lessons. This option will open the same pop-up that we've used when setting up the lesson. You can add resources, you can duplicate your lesson, or you can delete it. All of these options are described in more details in our knowledge base article, so please go ahead and check those ones out as well. And then you can publish or schedule the publish for each lesson. Now, if you would want to publish all of these at once, what you can do is click on select all from here and click on publish. And now all of our items are published. Please keep in mind that you will not be able to publish a course without having at least one published lesson inside the course. As you can see, once my lessons have been published, I now have this option available, and for the course as well, you can schedule its publish date, or you can publish it right away by clicking on publish here. So this is pretty much everything about the course content, and we can move on to the access restrictions tab. By default, the course will be available to everyone. Now, in Thrive Apprentice, you are able to create products that can contain a singular course, multiple courses, or courses paired with other types of content. This means that whenever someone purchases your course, you are able to give them access to certain pages or posts or other custom content types once they purchase the product in which you've added all of those. So we've called these packages products, and in case you want to restrict the access to this course, you will have to create a product based on this course. So let's say that we want to sell this course alongside a page that contains a link to download an ebook. That's really simple to create, and let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're gonna click on this option to create a course, and by default the product name will inherit the name of your course, and you can choose whether you want to add more courses. And of course, the course will be already inside the product. And you can choose whether you want to add more courses or other content. And as I said, let's also add a page. So I'm going to click here and choose page for the content type and search for it by the title. So let's go ahead and also choose this ebook to be sold alongside our course. And then I'm gonna click on add to product, and as you can see, our product now contains our yoga teacher course as well as a downloadable ebook page. Let's say we're done here, so I'm gonna click on this button and we have been taken to the products section. I'm gonna show you this section right now, and we are currently editing the product that we've just created. Now we also have the option to quickly go back to our course. I'm gonna go briefly to the options that you have here, and then we're gonna go back to our course. So when you're editing a product, you can, first of all, again, edit the content inside this product. So you can come back at any time and add more courses or other content to your product. And then from here, you can choose the access requirements for the product. Now, if you remember earlier, when choosing the access restriction label, I said that I want the course to be available for my logged in users only. This is where we're gonna have to set that up from. Of course, if you're selling the product, you can go ahead and set up Thrivecart or WooCommerce, but that's a bit of a more complex setup and I'm not going to show it in this tutorial. But we do have dedicated articles that show you how you can create the setup with Thrivecart, WooCommerce, or Sendowl. So in my case, I'm going to go for the WordPress role option and choose subscriber here. I'm going to click on save. Then for each product, you can change the drip schedule and we're going to talk about it in a second. And lastly, you have the access restriction rules section from where you can configure the content that will be displayed if a user tries to access your product without having the necessary permissions to do so. So as you can see, you'll have the standard context where the user is not logged in or the content is logged for that user, or the purchase protection context where the user tries to access a course that they have not purchased yet. So for each of these situations, you can choose what happens, or you can even create your custom rules. So now that we have created our product and added the content inside it, let's go back to our course and continue editing it. And to do that, you can simply click on this option. So coming back here, we can see that right now the access to this course is restricted and the users need to follow the rules that we've set up for our product, which is this one. This button right here will let you add a new product in which the same course has been added. So this means that you can create multiple products that contain the same course. Now the last tab available here that you can set up is the drip tab. With this tab, you have the ability to release lessons and modules and course content over an extended period of time. You can create drip campaigns and you can really customize the way your content is unlocked for your users. Again, this is a very complex feature, so we're gonna briefly go over it, but please check out our knowledge base articles and tutorials in which we've gone through all of the details about the option. So let's get started and create our drip campaign for this course. I'm gonna click on this option. This pop-up opens and you have to choose what kind of drip schedule you want to create. You have some templates to start from right here in case you don't want to create it from scratch, but you can also start from scratch using this option. The evergreen repeating campaign is set off when someone purchases the product or starts the course. So this means that each student might start at a different time. Then you have the scheduled repeating campaign, which will be triggered at a specific date and time. So this means that the content will unlock at the same time for every student at consistent intervals. If you choose the day of the week or month template, then the content will be unlocked at a specific day of the week or month. If you want to drip the content to your students at specific dates, but also at custom intervals, then this template will be helpful for you. And as I said, you can even create your own template and start from scratch. And lastly, you have the Thrive Automator Unlock template, which will allow you to create custom automations in Thrive Automator based on website events or third-party integrations to unlock each piece of content. Again, I will ask you to please check out our knowledge base article about drip templates in case you need more specific information about each of these options. As an example, we're gonna go for the scheduled repeating template. So when you click on one of the templates and click on continue, you will be able to set up the drip campaign schedule for it. So firstly, you can name this drip campaign, as you can create more than one drip campaigns for a course. Now, as an example, let's say that we want to launch this course on the 30th of January and have each lesson unlock a day at a time. So let's name it like this, and you can choose what event should trigger the campaign. Because this is the scheduled repeating template, this is automatically chosen and the content will be unlocked systematically. Then you can choose the start date of the first content to be unlocked, and as I said, let's make it the 30th of January at 12 p.m. You can choose which content should be unlocked. We're gonna go for lessons, and it's going to start after the first lesson. And as I said, we want to unlock it daily, every day. So this is perfect, and I'm gonna click on create my campaign. So we have our drip campaign right here and a summary. This will be triggered at a specific time and date and will unlock every day. From here, you can choose whether you want the locked content from the lesson list to be shown to users or not. And if you do not want them to be able to see what lessons are coming in the next period, you can uncheck this option. And then for each of your lessons, you will see when it's going to be unlocked. So as you can see, day 0 is going to be January 30th. And then the next lesson is going to be unlocked after 1 day, the third lesson after 2 days, and so on. What's really nice here is that for each of these lessons, you can click on the unlock options and add new rules in case you want to do that. As you can see, this is very customizable and you can add a new unlock condition rule and then choose whether the content should be unlocked if all or any of the following conditions are met. So if you have 3 rules here, you can choose whether the lesson should be unlocked if all 3 conditions are being met or if just one of them should be met to unlock the content. And if you remember, you had the option to show or hide the locked content in the lesson list. Well, you also have the option to customize that for each lesson individually. So in case you want to hide all of the unlocked lessons from a lesson list, but you do want to show one of them, you can go to the respective lesson. So let's say this one, open the unlock conditions and change its setting from here and choose display as locked. So in this case, when a user sees a lesson list, they will only be able to see the lessons that have been unlocked, as well as this lesson that will be shown as locked. So they will see the lesson, but they will not be able to access it until the drip campaign reaches it. So this is how you can set up a drip schedule for the course. But remember that from here you are just creating drip schedules, and in order to apply it to your product, you'll have to go back to your product and assign a drip schedule to it. So right now we have created a drip schedule, but if you remember, our product contains this course as well as an ebook. So to make sure that our product has this drip schedule applied to it, we're going to go to the product and edit it. Go to the drips section, and if you remember, this was the only one that I haven't talked about when presenting these options. And here we'll see a list of the courses that are available in this product. In our case, we only have a course here, and we can choose the drip feed schedule for this course. So we're going to choose the drip feed schedule that we've just created. So what we've just done is that we've created this product that contains a course and a page, and we know that our course is first of all protected and only the logged in users will be able to access it. And more than that, our course content is being dripped, and the drip schedule that we've created will allow only one lesson to be unlocked each day, starting January 30th. So now our course is pretty much set up. And in just a few minutes, we've created a course that is only available for logged in users and that is going to release the content systematically, 1 lesson per day. Now I want to quickly go through the rest of these options from the left sidebar to show you what else you can do in Thrive Apprentice. So first of all, in the customers section, you will see the list of your students. You can filter the students from here. You can manually add customer or students, or you can import a CSV file or a list of names and emails. And this is very helpful if you're switching your LMS platform, for example. So let's say that your course has been hosted on another platform. If you want to move to Thrive Apprentice, importing your students here is very simple. Then we have the design section of Thrive Apprentice. Thrive Apprentice is a fully visually editable platform, so from this section you can apply different designs to your courses and change their overall aspect in a few easy steps. Thrive Apprentice works with templates, so you are able to create lesson, course overview, module templates, and then apply those templates to that type of content. So a lesson template you can design as you wish and then apply to your lessons. Now again, I advise you to take a look at our knowledge base, since this design tab is a complex tab and we have created a dedicated section for designing your Thrive Apprentice online school. So first of all, we work with designs here. So right off the bat, you will have the legacy editor. if you've been working with Thrive Apprentice for a long time, then you should remember the old design for Thrive Apprentice, which is going to be this legacy editor here. Now this is available if you ever want to go back to that design. If not, you can start creating new designs and customize them as you wish. Now, in order to add a new design, you can simply click on this Add Design button and give it a name in this pop-up. Once you click on Create New Design, our new design will be here under the Unpublished Designs section. Publishing a design means that you are making it your active design. So the templates within that design are the ones that are going to be applied on your live website. For this reason, I would advise you that you make your modifications to your unpublished design and only after that make it your active one, so publish it. I'm gonna edit this design so that you can see what options you have here. When you open a design, you can change its name, of course, and publish it or preview it right from here. Then you can take the School Quick Start wizard. And if you open the wizard, this will be very similar to our Thrive Team Builder wizard. So you can choose your school branding, school design, and the course content templates. We do have a dedicated article that goes through all of these steps, so please check that one out for a better understanding of the school wizard. Coming back to the Apprentice Design dashboard, you have the template editor right here, with the help of which you can manage your templates. And clicking on Manage Templates here will take you to a section that is again very similar to the Thrive Team Builder one. As I previously said, you can create text, audio, video lesson templates, module templates, course overview templates, and of course your school homepage template. Each of these templates are fully customizable and then you can simply apply them to your lessons. Using this section, you can filter which templates you are viewing. So if you would only want to see your lesson templates, for example, you can click on that option and you can always add new templates and customize them using this button. And then you can add a template name, choose its type, and you can choose to start from scratch or choose a pre-built template that has been already designed by our team. To edit a lesson, you can hover over it and click on Edit, and this will open our Thrive Apprentice editor that is similar to all of the other Thrive editors. So if you're familiar with Thrive Architect and Thrive Team Builder, you should be familiar with this one as well. And from here, of course, you can modify anything about this template. So this is fully editable, and more than that, you can always add new elements from our element list. So this is how you can manage your Thrive Apprentice templates. Going back to the Thrive Apprentice design dashboard, you are also able to edit the typography for each design in particular. You also have the quick option to inherit the typography settings from Thrive Team Builder, which can be activated by the click of this switch button. Or if not, you can edit the typography by clicking on Edit here. And again, you are taken to our editor from where you can simply start modifying the typography settings. And when you're done, you can click on Save Work. This is how you can customize your Thrive Apprentice design. And coming back to the design dashboard, let's say that you've just customized one of your unpublished designs. In order to make it active, all you have to do is publish it, and all of your templates will then be applied to your existing content. Right below the design section of the left sidebar in Thrive Apprentice, we have the products section, and we've mostly gone through it. What I still have to mention is that this is going to be a list of your products. So all of the products that include all of your courses and other content types. If you ever want to create a product and you're not doing it from the course itself, you can do it by clicking on Add New here. And this pop-up might look familiar. It's the one that we've seen when creating a product from the course, except that the course was already added here. You will have to enter the name for your product, and then from here you can add your courses, and this will be the list of your available courses and of course other content if you want to do that. And now the last part from the left sidebar is the settings section, which will contain multiple sets of options. So firstly, we have the general settings, and from here you can choose the page where all of your courses are being displayed, and you can always view this page or remove it and create another one. And you also have the option to skip the homepage when only one course is published, meaning that the users will not be taken to a course page where they will only see one course, but they will be taken to the course directly. Then you can choose if you want to perform auto login when creating a WordPress account and if you want to enable the course comments. Then we have the email templates, and from here you can choose the email that should be sent to the users when they create a new account, for example. Now, we do have more details about this in various articles that I recommend you check out if you need more information on email templates. Then we have the labels and translations section. From here, you're able to create multiple access restriction labels. As I've said, when creating our course, you can click on Add Label here and then customize it by choosing a color for it and its name. You can also switch the label depending on the user status, so you can really customize which label the user sees according to their status. So if they have started the course, for example, you can switch the label to in progress, or of course you can modify this name and the color, or you can hide the label, or you can decide to make no changes. You can do the same for the call to action buttons, as well as the course content types, course navigation, course structure, and course progress. This will come in very handy in case you are looking for a way to translate your course page, for example. Then we have the login and access restriction settings, and this is where you will have to set up the login and registration page, so where the users go if they do not have access to your content. And you can also choose what should happen if someone tries to access your product but they don't have the necessary permissions. Next, you have the logs section, and this is where you can see more details about your orders. And lastly, we have the API keys that come in handy when you want to connect your Thrive Apprentice account to ThriveCart, for example. And lastly, you have the preview option, which of course, if you click on, will take you to your course overview page. You can access your courses to see what they look like for your students. Whenever you navigate on the front end of your site, you are able to edit the templates that are being shown. So this is, for example, the school homepage template that is applied to my courses page. And if I open one of my courses, I will be able to either edit the course with Thrive Architect or edit the template that is applied to the course. And this also works for lessons. So for example, if we go to one of the lessons, we are able to either edit the lesson with Thrive Architect, so we can edit the specific content of this lesson, or edit the Thrive Apprentice lesson template that has been applied to this lesson. Now this is the end of our tutorial. I really hope this was useful to you, but again, Thrive Apprentice is a very complex, fully customizable course building platform, so please check out our tutorials, videos, and blog posts for even more information on how to create your online school and courses.